Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Monday, May 31st, 2021. And today's a day that's ruled by the root chakra and guided by universal fire. And in the Muggle calendar, we are ending one month and moving into a new month tomorrow. So we had an energy of completion with the blue spectral hand energy yesterday with that galactic signature. But there's more of an energy of completion as well as we complete the month of May and move into the month of June. And as everyone knows who follows these daily readings, yesterday we began the new galactic moon or month. And that moon or month is all about the crystal tone, which is the 12th tone of creation, which is all about dedicating, universalizing, and cooperation. And so we're moving into that energy of cooperation, into that energy of universalizing our experience. And what we mean by that is making our experience applicable to all so that people can gain knowledge and wisdom for their own life journey through our life journey and our own life experience. This is an energy that's very much dedicated to service, dedicated to working together for the greater good and the greater whole. And we're actually utilizing that crystal tone in our galactic signature today, which is the yellow crystal star energy. And this yellow crystal star energy is a galactic activation portal. So we're moving through this portal, which is all about beautification, elegance, and art. So really allowing our lives to be a work of living art today, acknowledging and seeing the beauty in everything and everyone, which is really gorgeous and really perfect, playing off of this blue spectral hand energy from yesterday. Because the blue hand energy, as we read, was very much about the beauty way. So we're continuing to live in that beauty way, acknowledging our own beauty, acknowledging the beauty in others, creating beauty, inspiring and being inspired today in all of the different ways that we can do that, and really working together, right? With this crystal tone, how can we work together? How can we cooperate in order to create something beautiful today? How can we collaborate with like-minded souls? How can we really bring our creations to realization today is some of the energy that we're working with. This is the energy of harmony. This is the energy of the star seed. And so I will read for you out of the Astro Dream Advisor, just the deeper energy of this yellow star tribe. And for those of you who follow these every day, it may get a little bit repetitive with the Astro Dream Advisor. Just because you've heard it a few times, these signatures do kind of repeat. The tribes definitely repeat, which is what the Astro Dream Advisor, we look into the tone and the tribe. But I mean, so you're going to hear some things over again, but something different might resonate and might strike you each time that you hear it. And so I'm going to continue to do that, at least for a little while. And I do want to let people know, if you have your own galactic calendar and you enjoy following along with the galactic calendar, you want to put in your pre-order for the next one, because we only have one moon or month left after this one. July 25th will be the last day of this blue lunar storm year, and then we'll be moving into a new galactic year. And so put your orders in now. I just ordered mine the other day because I wanted to make sure we didn't have a lapse in time here as I was waiting for that to arrive. But yeah, it's just really understanding that your life is a blank canvas. So what do you want to paint upon that canvas? And I'm going to do the affirmations for today before I move to the Astro Dream Advisor, and that's what we're going to close with. So the first affirmation is, I dedicate in order to beautify, universalizing art. I seal the store of elegance with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of universal fire. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And I really love how it says universalizing art, right? Because when we're working with this energy of universalizing, which is part of the crystal tone, we're really looking at how we can take the things that we've experienced, the wisdom that we've gained, and relay that in a way that is universally applicable, where everybody can relate and understand it. And so we're really working with that energy of relating. We're working with that energy of understanding that all of our experiences are universal experiences because we are all connected. Nothing that any one person is going through is like, you're never alone. There are other people going through that same thing who are experiencing experiencing the world the same way. So many of these experiences, right, we all have together. And that's why things like this channel work, right? Because we're talking about the universal energies, we're talking about the collective energies, but we're also digging into the specifics with the readings and things like that, right? But we're all having a universal experience, and that's why one reading can resonate with so many different people. And so it's really beautiful when you think about art, right? Art universalizes experience. When somebody is creating a work of art, and we're talking about physical art right now, or music or anything like that, they are putting into words or putting into paint something that is universally relatable. And everybody can feel that, right? And it really taps into that emotional aspect, that energetic aspect, that aspect of us beyond words. And yet so many different things can be perceived from a single work of art, because there are so many different universal experiences to choose from that one may relate to what they're seeing. So it's at both times, both an individual experience when viewing art and a universal experience, which is really, really cool. The secondary affirmation is, I am Lamont Star. I show you the way. I give you clarity and harmony. And we are moving toward that 6-6 portal as well, you guys. And that's going to be interesting because 6 has an energy of harmony, but we're also going to be having a T-square going on between Pluto, Mars, and Eris. So that's a powerful energy, right? And definitely one that we would traditionally think of as a disharmonious energy. And so it's really kind of fun to think about how better do we learn the art of harmony than through finding harmony in apparently discordant circumstances. So I found that really interesting when I was peeking ahead at the astrology, which clearly we're still going over in these daily readings. But the guidance for today is to focus on co-creating and extending harmony. Free the self-judgment and view your life as a work of art. As it is viewed, so it appears. Acknowledge beauty and art. And the yellow star days are great for appreciating the beautiful world around you. Take time out to think about how lucky we are to live in such a lovely place. Look around you and appreciate the beauty of the people in your life. Listen to your favorite music and be grateful that such wonderful sounds exist. Today is just for relishing life. You too can help by shining like the star you know you are. All right, and let's get into this Astro Dream Advisor for the deeper, more esoteric look at the energy, if you will. Which I know is what you guys love. That's what I love too. You are a starseed. You contain a holographic seed packet of your evolution into the mind of light and the energy that directs you toward wholeness. This resonance offers an expanded view of the larger self and new ways of perceiving reality. Through self-acceptance, you are gifted with this journey. Yellow star is ignition, like a cosmic milkweed explosion of resonant sparks. It is the launching pad from which you can hear the rumble of the rocket of your accelerated evolution. The energy of yellow star may be experienced as a gentle rocking that becomes a floating and spiraling sensation, ending in a rush of feeling as you move into expanded reality. This sensation has been described as gently cascading fireworks, shimmering burst on the tapestry of creation. Cascade into this uncharted perspective. Flow on the cosmic winds wherever divinity directs, arching back to this reality with a new experience of self. Yellow star's star-seeded gift is the revelation of the harmony that unites all things. Instead of just aspiring to be harmonious, become harmony. Practice harmony not just as an abstraction, but as a living reality. This practice blends different energies, thoughts, people, and processes. Act on intuitive guidance as to what to combine and when. As you begin to follow your heart, you will know the feeling of being on the return path to the stars. Yellow star offers you the ability to hold a greatly expanded focus, a unity of awareness that encompasses aspects of the larger constellation of self. An example of this would be a simultaneous awareness of the desires of the existential self and the truth of the essence self. This star harmony encompasses the greatly enlarged perspective of your star-seeded self, the part within you that holds the potential of your greatest destiny. And today is very powerful as we do have the sun in exact conjunction with the North Node. So that's really moving us toward our greatest potential and destiny. Unlike the preceding 7 tones, which were separate and distinct, Yellow Star begins a more complex harmonic series as it completes the preceding octave. On a spiritual level, yellow star begins the development of higher being. The fundamental tones that occur in this series are of a more expanded frequency than those of the preceding 7 tones. In this new octave, there is alignment in the harmonies of Earth and the harmonies of the stars that are now being sounded on Earth. Yellow star is the accelerated growth of the starseed potential within you. And then we have the 12th tone, which we read yesterday, but I will read it again for those who didn't catch the reading yesterday, because this is the tone also that we're working with throughout this moon or month. And so this tone is all about stability and expansion, greater constellation, union of polarities, and the framework of connectedness. 12 is the ray of complex stability, the foundation of self, and the foundation of essence and union with the mystical truth of polarity. All things are interwoven in the dance of yin and yang. All parts make up a greater whole. Draw on the wisdom, strength, and stability you derive as a member of the greater council, right? That's that cooperation. No matter what your experience, there is a complex stability in the larger pattern that invites you to feel stable as you expand and evolve. Living in a world of polarities, yet knowing that all parts are one in the unified whole, creates the underlying framework of connectedness. The hologram of polarity is simply the structure, the loom upon which worlds and realities are woven. Stability is a matter of perception. Find where you can openly flow and expand in the midst of seeming complexity. Utilize the relationships created by polarity to explore and expand any self-limiting construct. Open your perceptions. Through you, the mysterious balance of the cosmos is fulfilled. So I really love that. And then I'm going to look here as well. When we have the simpler explanation of the crystal tone that we find in the galactic calendar, this is asking us to universalize, as we said, to translate our knowledge and insights so that they may be universally applicable, relevant and shareable with all, assisting the elevation of the common good. And tone 12 affirms that we ourselves embody the highest qualities of internal and social architecture. Like a crystal with its unique facets that combine to the totality of its beauty, so tone 12 reminds us to honor and celebrate the diverse features and contributions of individuals which constitute the power of a strong interdependent community, right? And this is the energy that we're learning, right? We're moving out of codependence and we're understanding independence, but also then understanding interdependence, which is when we are all independent, but we can also rely on each other, pull from each other, utilize the strengths of each other, right? In order to strengthen the whole. Where were we here? Tone 12 offers the recognition that in a healthy whole system, the needs of the individual are met by the collective. And in return, the individual feeds the aspirations of the collective, right? That's interdependency. May we strive to collaborate with one another, combining our gifts and enhancing our efforts, while maintaining clear and lucid in the grace of our autonomy. Crystal declares every being has a place in the formation. Our individual efforts of perseverance and commitment are invaluable. As we work in concert with one another, a powerful synergy emerges, a crystalline configuration which equals more than the sum of its parts. May we each experience ourselves as integral components of a network of divine creativity. All right. And yes, as far as the astrology goes today, we have that beautiful connection happening between the sun and the north node. And we have a lot of other harmonious energies going on today as well. We still have that, let me make sure I'm on the right day here, you guys. Sometimes I flip around. Okay, yes, I am on the right day. So we still have that beautiful bisextile that we had with the full moon between the Sun, Chiron, and Saturn that we were talking about. That's really helping us to move forward. It's really helping us to take the lessons and the understanding of the things that we've been through and experienced, and how they help to shape us, what we learned from them, what the gifts were, what the lessons, what the virtues were, and apply those moving forward. So that's a beautiful energy. We also have a bisextile going on between the moon, Eris, and Mercury and Venus, who are still conjunct, although a few degrees apart at this point. So that's a beautiful harmonizing energy as well with this bisextile that's very empowering, with Eris's influence in the middle. So a lot of gorgeous, empowering energy. We also have Mars, Neptune, and Pluto in a conversation of synergy. So this is really gorgeous. We have, of course, Mars approaching that opposition with Pluto, which is going to be happening later in the week and is going to be perfected actually on the 6th on the 6-6 portal, kind of like what we were talking about in a T square with Mars, with Eris as well. So that's gonna be intense. We're feeling there's a lot of power struggle energy there, but like we were talking about with the 6-6 portal opening up on the same day, it's kind of softening that, and it's kind of really bringing us into this energy of, like we talked about, finding disharmony and harmony. And so we'll get into more of that. There will be a 6-6 portal video. I haven't had too much time to feel into that energy yet, but that will be coming up in the next few days as well. So yeah, lots of interesting and fun stuff to look forward to. Mercury still in retrograde, still doing his thing. With that square to Neptune that we were talking about, making things a little bit hazy. We're getting new perspectives, we're getting new information and ideas. However, we're still not getting 100% of the whole picture, and that's why we want to take in the information. We want to take in these new perspectives that we're gaining, but we don't want to make any snap decisions around them. We don't want to draw any conclusions just yet. We really want to kind of leave that, and we don't ever really want to draw solid conclusions, right? We want to remain mutable, which is something that we're learning with all this mutable energy, which we're going to be very much in with this new moon as well, with that new moon solar eclipse. And so, which there will be a video on coming out this week as well. And so it's not about, but any kinds of mutable conclusions, we'll say, that we're going to draw. We want to wait that out. Really, we're going to be continuing to gain clarity around that, I think, all the way between the 6-6 portal and the 7-7 portal, which is going to be happening, of course, on 7-7. So, yeah. And then, of course, after that, we got the 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal, which is arguably the biggest portal of the year. So, summer's, it's cranking, you guys. 2021 is in full gear right now, and we are just along for the ride. All right, so that's interesting. I don't know, my gaze fell on these, so clear. Let's pull a couple of the Thoth Tarot cards for guidance for today. Guidance for today, this beautiful yellow star energy, this yellow crystal star day. May 31st, in the United States, Memorial Day. So for those of you in the United States who do celebrate that, happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day to me always meant, when I worked in the restaurant industry, in touristy type locations, like the beginning of the season. And so it's not one, I usually celebrated it by starting my job. But, yeah. All right. What energy do we have coming out here? Ooh, the universe, which would be the world as the first card out. So this is still that energy of completion, right? That energy of completion that we talked about with the blue hand signature yesterday. Of course, with that eclipse, right? Things are being completed. We're purging. We're releasing. So this is like major cycles that we are completing right now. And this was also, we talked about it, and I'm going to do that video next for you guys. I had that crazy unproductive day that we talked about on whatever day that was, the 30th or whatever, where I could not pull myself out of bed, and I didn't have time yesterday, but today I'm going to do that video on the, as we're moving into the 6th sun. But that was a big completion energy that we hit on 5/28 as we moved into a new epoch or a new sun in the Toltec or the Aztec calendar. And so, yeah, this energy right here, man, that is what we are doing, completing major cycles in our own personal lives, major cycles that really trace back to our ancestral lineage, major cycles, just huge collective cycles. That's it. Huge collective cycles, huge individual cycles. And then we have the Nine of Swords coming out. So this card is called Cruelty. So this is a major cycle these are cycles, very painful cycles. Cycles of injustice, cycles of cruelty. And I love how this is already tapping into that 5th to the 6th sun energy, because that was, and we'll get into that more in that video, right? But it's one of the versions of that is called the Angry Sun. And it's because it was characterized by a lot of domination, a lot of control, a lot of injustice. Right? And we're moving out of that energy now. So there are cycles of injustice, cycles of cycles of pain, painful cycles, cycles of cruelty. And then we have the Star, and this is healing. So we're really healing. We're closing out those cycles, and we're now in a period of healing, where we're really going inside. We're taking that time. We're taking that rest. We're recovering from that energy, right? And this is as a planet we are doing this, right? We are in this period of deep soul healing from all of the trauma, right? And this is trauma and injustice and cruelty that has been experienced, like we said, over lifetimes, over ages. And the Star is also that card that represents Aquarius, right? So that's that age of Aquarius energy coming in. And then we have the Princess of Swords and the Strength. And so the Princess of Swords to me is a very Gemini-like energy. This is an energy that is really calling us to learn more, to be curious. And notice how she's standing on top of all of the rubble here, right? And so there's so much, we're learning so much, and there's so much strength that we're gaining through the healing, through what our healing process is teaching us, through kind of like what we were just saying, right? How that pain, those painful experiences taught us. And we're gaining the strength from that. We're gaining the wisdom from that as we move forward. And we're really kind of cutting through. And this is that energy as we're working on our belief systems through this series of eclipses in the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, right? It's that energy of kind of like getting to the bottom of things, really cutting away all of the confusion, sort of seeing through the smoke, if you will. And we're coming to a deeper level of illumination and realization, like I'm being drawn to the sun here, right? Which is a symbol of illumination. And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And so this is like fast moving energy, right? So we're really bringing in this emotional fulfillment. There's a lot of fulfillment that is becoming available to us as we step into this new cycle. And it's like energy that's going to be coming in possibly like really quickly. Like, everything has felt, and especially now we're in retrograde season, right? So it's a slowdown. But especially as we're moving toward this eclipse, there is some of this quicker moving energy coming through again. And like what I'm feeling is, it's going to be this energy that does feel very slow. Things feel like they're taking a really long time, maybe. It's like we're in that healing process, and we're in that womb, we're in that void. And then all of a sudden, things burst open and things come flooding in. So this to me feels like a realization. This feels like a moment of truth almost, where all of a sudden, like there's just this incredible amount of joy and fulfillment that comes our way. And then we have the Emperor, which is that energy of being sovereign, right? That energy of personal autonomy and sovereignty that we've been working towards. That is Aries energy, right? But it's the energy of really being in our own power, being in our own energy, being the master of our own energy. Yeah. Ooh, all right. So we got the Princess of Wands coming out with the Seven of Cups, which in this deck is debauchery. And then we have the Tower on the bottom of the deck, but the Empress underneath that, okay? And so this is definitely also sort of a time where we are kind of looking... You know, I'm feeling that there's definitely an energy of seeing and understanding sort of the places where we've let our energy get we've gotten kind of carried away. You know, this is that energy of like our addictive type behaviors, our habitual thought patterns, our escapist tendencies, a lot of these different habits that we're sort of beginning to see more clearly, and we're really understanding like how to shift. Right, so it's a shift of energy. And with this Tower card on the bottom of the deck, it's a powerful shift. And once again, it's that energy that seems to come out of nowhere. So I'm really feeling like as we approach this healing journey, right, as we really begin this process of going within and sort of sifting through the information available to us, sifting through these new ideas and perspectives, coming into this new energy. There's going to be a lot of really powerful shifts that are going to seem to happen like that. It's like I'm almost feeling like people who've been trapped in addictive cycles, in toxic cycles, who have been, also this card can represent confusion, right? Who have been in a state of confusion. All of a sudden, like, it's like those things are going to be shifted. If we're doing the work, right? Those things are going to be shifted and moved out of our reality. Just because our vibration, it's like a shift in vibration. That's what it is. That happens so quickly that it literally eclipses things out. And it almost feels like magic. So that's a really cool energy that I'm really enjoying. And I want to get here. What else do I want to pull? I want to pull a couple of the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Clear. Let's get a little more energy here to close out this reading. This is also like people getting this idea. People who were kind of in that Gemini energy, right? Of kind of having a bunch of different pots on the fire and not really being able to focus on one thing because you felt like your energy was extended in a million different directions, or you had a million projects that you started but hadn't finished and you didn't really know how or where to focus your energy. It's like there's going to be the surge of energy and understanding that really helps you to focus your energy where it's most productive. You're going to learn how to streamline that a little better and how to really channel that fire, right, in a productive direction. Yeah, that's definitely another energy that I'm feeling for people coming through here. All right. First card out, surrender. And then we have attraction. So we got card 26, card 44, and change, which is card 35. Okay. Yeah. So this is not surprising energy to come out right when we are in the middle of eclipse season. There are so many changes, you know, in the wake of that 555 portal. So many changes going on, and we're being asked to surrender to those changes. To surrender to those changes, but at the same time, remember that you are a super attractor, right? You are a creator being. So even while you're surrendering to the changes, just understand that through your vibration, you are attracting the kind of ways that that energy is going to shift. You are influencing that. Even if it feels like it's completely out of your control, you have attracted all the changes that are occurring into your life. All right, and you may not understand that. You may not understand how the changes that are happening are going to lead you towards your intention, but you're just being asked to trust that they will be. You're being asked to trust whatever is going on in your reality. And you're also being asked to, as we're talking about, really examine your belief systems. Go within, really understand what's going on in your subconscious. Because if you are subconsciously attracting other things, other than what your intentions are, you're not going to know that unless you go within. And that is work that I do. So my email's in the description box below. Please reach out to me if you want to explore some of that stuff. And then we have Nourishment coming out with darkness and growth and sovereignty on the bottom of the deck. I love it, right? That's what this card represents, the sovereignty. And so there is nourishment and growth in the darkness. So really going within, right? That's what we're talking about, as you're to better understand what you are attracting, to better understand yourself, to better learn the ways that you can continue to grow, to better understand your life journey and yourself, and also therefore how to nourish yourself. We have to go into the darkness. We have to be willing to go to this place. And that's what the sixth sun that we're moving into is all about. It's about embracing the darkness. It's about going within. And that exploration of the inner realms, that inner exploration, right? And so there's incredible nourishment and growth to be found in the darkness. And don't fear the darkness, because from that nourishment and growth, you emerge as a sovereign being. You connect more. You are a sovereign being, right? But you connect more to that. You understand that, and you are able to operate from that place more powerfully. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you so very much. If you liked this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment. Let me know how today is going for you. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. And yes, like I said, my email's down below with the description of my services. I love you. I appreciate you. Have an incredible, incredible day.